The War of Art, in this book, there is a one page cheat sheet for meditation. So here you see that you're meeting resistance, which is equal to your personal enemy. So Pressfield says resistance isn't laziness, it is a force that shows up only when you are about to work, and that is what matters. For you, the urge may be to check Instagram instead of maybe meditating what you intended to do. So that is resistance. It is proof that your meditation matters to you. Then you have what is line to use. A line that you can use is, if resistance is here, I must be on the right path. Then an amateur or a professional mindset would be the differences. Amateur would say that he or she will wait for an inspiration or a mood. A professional will show up at the same time daily, no excuses. An amateur will say does it will do it only when they feel like doing it, when that moment comes or something. But a professional will do it even if they are distracted or they are bored. An amateur will quit when it gets hard. A professional will treat it like a job, sit and do it. Amateur will say, for identity, I will try and meditate maybe. The identity that a professional will do is, I am someone who meditates daily. So I'm going to do it anyway. And then we have things like the three forms that resistance uses on you, which is procrastination, self doubt, and distraction or rationalization. So, for procrastination, they would say that I will meditate after this, after seeing this reel, maybe. Self doubt will say that self doubt voice in you might say, my meditations aren't good anyway, so what's the use? Distraction or rationalization that crops up when you'll say, I'm too tired right now. Uh, God will understand. Let it go. Maybe do it another day. So, Pressfield's answer for all of this, all three, is that sit down, that's it, and start. So, action beats analysis. Then, the fourth thing is that the turn pro prayer script. So you say this before you sit and you take 10 seconds. I am a professional. I'm showing up for my soul. I do not need to wait for perfect conditions. I do not need to negotiate with resistance. And for the next 2 minutes, I am going to work, and that's it. So, Pressfield's number one rule applied to you, which is the more important the work, the more resistance you'll feel. So, if meditation is going to feel extra hard today, you need to take out time for that. Well, congratulations, you are doing the most important thing that we need to be doing right now in your life. And resistance will make you feel maybe like a fraud, and professionals will know this. They will uh, feeling like a fraud while still showing up. That is a part of the job. So then another thing is your move today. So when you need to pick a time, the same time daily, that is being professional. When resistance hits, you'll say that is resistance, so I'm going to start anyway. And then in 2 minutes, thing is that no quality check can be there, no guilt if distracted. So all of these things will give you a turn pro kind of feeling. Then another thing, more fuel, like as I would call it here, from the War of Art, means let's do it for this meditation thing. Let's weaponize it, as the summary says. So Pressfield's hierarchy of resistance, if it is applied to you, so he ranks what resistance attacks hardest. So the higher is equal to more meaningful, more attacks. Now, your highest thing would say that your spiritual life, prayer, meditation, any character work that you do, so that is equal to this is you. For then you will say art or creative work. Then you will say anything that helps others. And lowest thing is paying bills or chores or doing chores. And then the translation for all of this, in short, would be the fact that prayer feels 10 times harder than scrolling. That's not weakness, that's a ranking. So your soul work is enemy number one for resistance. And then there's something that you'd like to remember later on as well, which is that the professional kicks down the door. The amateur waits for it to open.